Hello Taurus, this is your, so should I say, weekly reading and of what you need to focus on this week. So let's go. What does Taurus need to focus on this week? We have Death in reverse. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Six of Cups. And we have the Sun in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. Okay. So, Taurus, I feel like you need to start listening to your intuition more, mainly because I see the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. So, you need to use your intuition more. The issue is you guys are quiet. As much as they say Taurus is a practical sign, you guys can be quite logical to the point of like, I don't really care about your feelings because this is the logic. But the issue is now, whenever you have intuitive signs about someone or something, you ignore them because logically it doesn't make sense. And that's an issue because is your body kind of warning you or encouraging you to do something that can benefit you, or encouraging you to remove yourself away from something that can harm you, and you just don't listen to it. And then afterwards it's kind of like, damn, I had a feeling I shouldn't have done that, but I just didn't listen, or I just didn't like, I had a feeling but I didn't go with it, or oh no, I had a feeling that I should have done this and it would have benefited me, but I didn't do it. So some of you may be going through that, but if you have a feeling that something is like wrong with someone, and that's rude, let me not say that. If you're feeling that something is kind of odd with someone you've just gotten to know, or someone you're just speaking to, or someone that you've been speaking to for a while, like when it comes to people, you should really start listening to your intuition, because that's what's really going to help you. Call your logic to an extent, but your intuition will help you a bit faster because it's your body reacting, rather than your brain kind of calculating what's happening. So it's faster because it makes you feel it first, and then you're like, why am I feeling a bit odd? And then you have to think about it. So I feel like your intuition helps you a bit quicker in certain situations. So you're gonna have to tap into some Cancer energy and realize when to leave certain situations, realize when to start new situations, realize when something's a bit off with someone, because you guys are kind of ignoring that right now. Some of you need to work on a relationship with a Cancerian in your life. There's so some of you, this is for those of you that obviously have like someone you know that has Cancer in their chart, but there's a Cancerian in your life that's like very important, and it's kind of like important for you to kind of nurture that relationship. Um, that's what I'm seeing anyway. Mainly because the High Priestess is the Cancer card and it's at the bottom of the deck. Um, some of you are involved with a Leo, but because the card is reversed here, I don't know if it's a good sign to really be involved with them. Um, Okay, this is a sticky situation. Okay, okay, crazy. Okay, so for some of you, you're in a toxic situation with a Leo or someone that has Leo in their chart, and they gotta go. That's if you know that the Leo's been quite toxic. It's just like, why are you even associating yourself with them? It's just not working out. And then some of you actually need to nurture the relationship you have with a Leo. If it's like a long-term partner or friend that you've been friends with for a while, like if it's that type of dynamic, or you've been a relationship person for a while and everything's just been fine but it's a bit stale right now, like that needs to be nurtured because the Queen of Pentacles is on top of it. So there's some of you where it's kind of warning you, don't talk to a Leo or someone with Leo in their chart if they're toxic. And then there's some of you where it's kind of like, don't, I'm getting distracted, sorry. And sort a situation out with a Leo that you know you have a long-term situation with. So you guys know where and how that would resonate with you. And again, it doesn't have to be a Leo Sun, it could be Leo Moon, Leo Venus, Leo Rising, you know. Anyways, back to the reading. You guys have to be careful how I say this. Some of you are mothers, and it's saying a lot of attention needs to start going on your children. Now, if you guys are mothers anyway, a lot of your attention probably goes on your children anyway, but it's just saying this week a bit more attention may need to go on the children, or you need to be showing a bit more mother energy to your friends or caring energy to your friends if you don't have any children. So the reason, so if you do have children, there's a thing where once you start showing this motherly energy, you probably do it anyway, but what I'm saying is if you show it a bit more, there might be some information that may be revealed to you about them, but your intuition will pick it up first. So you might ask them like, oh, how's your day? And they might say, oh, it was fine, but on their face you can see they're really, really upset. And then that's where your intuition is going to kick in and you're going to be like, okay, so he told me he was fine, but his face was looking really not nice and really upset. So I kind of intuitively know he's not okay. So that could be with your children. So you might have a discovery, but it's more going off intuition because they're not directly telling you what exactly is going on with them. So there's realizations about what's going on with certain people around you once you have this caring, loving, motherly energy going on. There's that. And some of you, it's just a really good period to start spending a bit more time with your children. It might be a thing where nothing drastic is going on with them, like nothing crazy or harmful, but they just may appreciate spending more time with you. Some of you are probably like workaholics, and the children are feeling like, okay, I would like to spend some time with my mother, you know. If you are a guy, or you're a masculine energy, I think it's saying it's time to sort things out with your wife or your girlfriend. There's some unhappy situation going on regarding your partner, and it needs to kind of get resolved, and it probably can get resolved if you came on a more motherly, caring approach. Even if you're a guy, if you came on a more caring approach, then a situation between you two can get sorted. If you came on a more sensitive approach, I think you would kind of see your partner's point of view a bit more, or your love interest view a bit more. So that's a bit of a block that you can work on. Some of you need to know that there's a woman that you're talking to that's just very upset with you right now. Like, you've just really annoyed them. But they can't, but what they're doing is, some of you, they've made it very obvious they're really angry with you. Like, they're upset. You're not making them very happy, and you're not making them feel like they're beautiful. Like, this particularly goes out to the men or the masculines out there. Like, you've kind of made this woman feel like she isn't amazing, and she is. And she is getting to the point where she's just kind of like, well, why am I with someone who doesn't really appreciate me, you know, that it's not really making me happy. And they're trying their best to solve the situation, but it's kind of like, you don't want to know, you're not really trying, you're focusing on things other than the marriage or the relationship, and it's really hurting their feelings, because they're just like, I mean, you know, I've put in everything for this connection and you're just not taking it seriously. So yeah, there's that for the masculines out there. But for the feminines, it's a whole different vibe of, you need to tap into your feminine energy a bit more so you can solve a situation with your partner. But yes, there's an unhappy vibe going on with you guys. So if you guys are kind of like, I'm nonchalant, like I don't really care about, I'm not really upset about anything, there's someone around you that's really upset with you, and you probably know who that is, but you might want to solve the situation. I feel like, okay, this is just calling you guys out. Be it man or woman, a solution you guys kind of tend to have is, okay, if this ain't working, then we just won't talk. Like, you guys will cut someone off with the quickness. You're like, okay, bye, see you. That's why death is reversed, but it's reversed because that's what you need to start doing. But you guys are doing the upright position where you're just like, oh, we're done. Okay, bye, see you. I really don't care about you. Like, bye, see you. Some of you kind of like, I put my all into this connection or this friendship. So if you want to leave, you can leave. In fact, babe, I'll open the door for you. In fact, no, I'll walk through the door because I don't have time for this. So you guys were just quick to end connections. You're like, bye. And Spirit's kind of saying you can't do that. So obviously you can do what you want, but before you try and solve the situation, you're just like, yep, I'm done. I'm not doing this. So you know how some people go through a process of, okay, something's not working, let's talk about it and try again. And then it's not working again. So, okay, fair enough. I've already explained to you this isn't working, so I'm going to have to leave. You guys don't even talk it out the first time to be like, I don't like this. Like, you're just kind of, some of you kind of assume you should know not to do that. So if you're going to mess up and do that, and at your big age, you should know not to do that, then you can get cut, because I don't know who you think you're taking the mickey out of, but I'm gone. And the person that you're talking to, they're just kind of like, what? Like, you didn't even give me a chance to fix up. You didn't even tell me what you was annoyed about. So Spirit may be saying, like, maybe, you know, try again with this person in terms of like, try and see what went wrong before. No, you already know what went wrong. Try and have a conversation with this person about how they can improve their behavior before you actually just dash them like that, like just leave them. It's like, maybe try and explain to them you don't like their behavior, and if they're like, they don't care, then you can say, alright, cool, bet, I'm gone, because you're disrespectful at this point. I told you I don't like this and you're still going to disrespect me, then I need to go. But some of you, it's just a situation where you just haven't even given a person the chance to fix up, so you just leave connections very quickly. There's that. It's so weird because usually when I do card readings, the death card kind of would signify you need to end a connection with someone, and you're having a hard time doing it. Not your sign particular, Taurus, but just in general. But in this reading, you guys are just so quick to just say, don't speak to me ever again. And I literally have to try and persuade you not to end a connection with someone so quick. because apparently you haven't really given them a fair chance to sort their life out and sort their connection with you. So there's that. But obviously what I will say outside of these cards is there's only so much times you can speak. If you know you've spoken for like the third, fourth time and this person is just not listening, then if you gotta leave, you gotta leave. But then there's some of you where you've been like talking to this person over and over again, and they're just disrespectful. Like, and if you're talking to a Leo, this really confirms that like something is either it ends or you guys work on it, because right now it's in a limbo kind of stage and it's just not good. It's not productive for you, and it's kind of distracting because there's other things you need to be working on and focusing on. Some of you, Six of Cups here tells me some of you need to start getting in contact with some family members that you probably spoke to before, or some friends. So it's like some people that you've kind of spoken to in the past, but lately you just haven't really been speaking to them much. It's like probably put some more effort into speaking to them. If some of you have been speaking to your family a bit more than usual, just keep doing it, because it's going to benefit you in the long run, and also you'll have a strong support system, and you know your family also would love to hear from you too. A lot of you is really family, but it could also include friends. Just probably spending more time with them, speaking with them, it will make them feel a bit better. You know, it will make them feel like you actually care about them and that you're grateful for having them in your life, you know, because it will basically benefit the both of you. But some of you, there's someone in your past that really wants to speak to you, and they're waiting to hear from you, or they're trying to get in contact with you. Some of you, there's someone from the past that's really trying to get in contact with you. But obviously that's up to you if you want to speak to them. That was just a quick message for someone. And for others out there, some of you may be literally been going through like a death, in terms of maybe someone may have passed recently, and you guys are kind of going through I would say an awkward stage in your life where maybe, and I'm getting a feeling it could be someone close to you, because the Six of Cups is underneath the Death cards there. Some of you, someone close may have passed, and it's like you're trying to just function, and maybe it's time to kind of sit down with your feelings, or sit down with family, and just kind of take it in, because some of you aren't taking in that this has happened. Some of you, this could have been a death that's happened a long time ago that you just haven't dealt with. And if you feel like you need to talk about it, it's best to talk about it with ones that you're close to. I don't even like talking about this subject, but I have to speak about it. So no one really knows how long we mourn for. Like everyone I shouldn't really say heal, but everyone mourns for a certain length. And I feel like, Taurus, you've kind of delayed that. You've delayed it. So it's kind of important to talk to someone close about that death that may have happened. Some of you feel kind of like nobody's passed around me, like that's not my situation. Then it's just literally a situation of a connection that you need to speak about or deal with, because you're not dealing with it. You're not completing it, and you're not confronting the person neither to sort it out. So one or the other needs to get done. Otherwise, it's always going to be in limbo, and it's always going to be an issue in your life that doesn't necessarily need to be an issue. Some of you need to have a conversation with your mum. You haven't really been speaking to her that much, and that's quite important. It could be quite important. Also, because the High Priestess is here, it gives mother energy too, even though it's not the mother card. But like, so we've got two cards here that kind of signal mother energy. Some of you really need to speak to like a mother figure. That could be your mum, your grandma, your aunt, someone that's just been there as a mother. I think something may be going on with them, like not like that, but emotionally they may not be feeling that great. So it would be best to check up on them, see how they're doing. Um, I don't think they're that happy. I think it's more to do with their emotions. Something's just they're just not feeling that great. Um, yeah, some of you, I'm not getting this so much. Some of you need to speak to your father about something. It may be regarding your mum. Some of you, this literally could be literal. Some of you may need to speak to your son about something quite serious. You know, some of you, like something emotionally is going on with your son, and you haven't really picked it up either. Some of you, yeah, you haven't. I'm just getting a lot of you kind of like workaholics. There's something emotionally going on with like your child, particularly if you have a son and you haven't picked it up. So it may be best for you to kind of spend some time with him to see like what's going on with him. This is not like critical to be mean or anything. Like I'm just trying to see if I can give you guys some messages, but that is one that I see, something to do with the mother, the father, or the son. Not really getting daughter that much, but you know. That's literally what I have for you, Taurus. If you like reading, like and subscribe to my channel. If you would like a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. Bye guys.